Save big today during FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, open 7 days a week, Route 1A Holden.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones.
First off tonight, a man from Otis was arrested on multiple felony warrants today. 28-year-old Randy Spencer Jr. was arrested this morning without incident. Around 10:30 last night, Maine State Police responded to a residence in Otis for a reported vehicle crash. The Maine State Police tactical team and crisis negotiation team responded during the investigation as well. Spencer Jr. was arrested around 6 a.m. and taken to the Hancock County Jail.
Well, Maine State Police and Augusta Police are investigating the shooting death of a man at a local towing company in Augusta. Police say the shooting took place at approximately 10:55 this morning at Ready Road Service Towing Company, which is located at 605 Riverside Drive. State Police identify the man killed as 36-year-old Tyler Morin of Lewiston. No arrests have been made as of yet, and state police detectives continue to investigate the circumstances of the death. An autopsy will be conducted in the coming days. No additional information is available at this time.
The nationwide baby formula shortage has been getting worse as some parents find themselves driving hours to find food for their babies. As Sierra Jordan reports, a Facebook group is helping connect local moms with stores that have formula on the shelves.
When local parents head to the grocery store to search for baby formula, they see nothing but empty shelves. So they turn to social media to find the food their baby needs.
3 or 4 times a week, we're looking. Family and friends who have got us formula that isn't on WIC.
Kaylee Oliveira is one of the many parents who have been struggling to find baby formula for her twins who are lactose intolerant.
So we get 14 cans having twins a month. Last month we found 5.
This is an example of what mothers across the country are facing. Empty shelves after certain brands of baby formula were recalled. Oliveira says 5 cans of formula she found only lasted 3 days.
When it first started with the shortage, we were on sensitive formula, and then we couldn't find the sensitive formula after the recall. So then WIC switched us to Gentlease, and then we couldn't find Gentlease. And the girls went through 6 different brands and kinds of formula in 1 week.
According to the CDC, 4 out of 5 women begin breastfeeding their infant when they're born. But Michelle Hughes' children did not have that option.
Tried to breastfeed with my first one, Ella. She had a tongue tie and a lip tie and wanted nothing to do with it at all. Second one, I didn't even want to go down that road because of what happened with my first one.
From Bangor, Hughes says her husband travels as far as Ellsworth just to find baby formula.
It's terrifying because what if the next time you go there, it's not going to be there?
Hoping to help other mothers, Hughes joined Maine Baby Formula Shortage Help, a Facebook group dedicated to help mothers ensure their babies are fed.
And anytime we go to a store, we take pictures and we see if there's anything on the shelves, and if it's worth showing, we'll post it, and where we posted it, what time. That way, if anyone's close by and they need it, they know that there's something there at least.
Women's Infant and Children's Program are doing what they can, providing nutrition care for 17,000 low-income Maine families.
Gas is really expensive right now, and it's just challenging. And it's challenging to find the time. You don't want to drag your baby to, all kinds of stores, and you want to be home and enjoying your baby.
In Bangor, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Congress did pass a $28 million emergency spending bill on Wednesday in an effort to alleviate that baby formula shortage across the U.S.
Well, a new superintendent will be taking the helm at RSU 22. Nicholas Raymond has been chosen to replace Regan Nichols, who announced her departure last month. Raymond is a graduate of Bucksport High School and began his career as a high school math teacher in what was SAD 22 in 2003. Raymond will take over on July 1st. RSU 22 includes the towns of Hamden, Winterport, Newburgh, and Frankfort.
Maine Army National Guard troops deploying to Poland were celebrated with a send-off ceremony put on by the 120th Regional Support Group. The ceremony was held last night at the University of Maine Fieldhouse. Soldiers and their families were in attendance. The 120th Regional Support Group is preparing to depart for a year-long mobilization in support of U.S. Army Europe's Atlantic Resolve. Atlantic Resolve helps build readiness and enhances the bond between ally and partner militaries with multinational training events. The unit will conduct base support operations for a number of other units.
Well, the ranks of Maine law enforcement grew today as the newest officers graduated from the Maine Criminal Justice Academy in Vassalboro. It was the largest class in the history of the academy, with 68 police cadets ranging in age from 21 to 53. The class included 11 females and the first female to be elected class president. The graduates spent 18 weeks at the intensive residential training program. Members of the class represent 43 states and municipal and county law enforcement agencies from Caribou to Kittery.
Meanwhile, more families staying in hotels are searching for a place to stay. Now it's happening in Bath, and as Mel Meyer explains, officials expect this issue to grow with the start of tourism season.
It's very stressful, very stressful.
When we talked to Allison Chase this morning, she and her family were packing up their belongings. They had until Sunday to move out.
We might have a place in August, maybe, but that's August, so.
They've been living at the Residence Inn by Marriott using emergency rental relief, but hotel management says they've been winding that down to make room for tourists.
A lot of people are in the same situation, and they're probably feeling the same way I am.
The same situation is happening at other area hotels. Maine Housing says in April, roughly 1,000 people were living in about 100 hotels around the state using federal funds.
Throughout the pandemic, we've had several programs that we have been offering to folks that are in hotels.
There are rapid rehousing programs through their partners and a diversion program for those who might be headed into homelessness. And community action agencies throughout Maine have housing stability services.
There are several hundred individual folks that are out there trying to help people in situations to avoid becoming homeless or staying in homelessness.
But there's just not enough affordable housing. Is there anything that you would say to people who are still struggling to find a place to go?
I'd say keep reaching out to the support networks that are in your area.
Tedford Housing in Brunswick says they're completely full, but still urge people to call if they need help. After we left Allison, she says the hotel gave them an extension for another 3 weeks. But what happens after that is still uncertain.
And that was Mel Meyer reporting. Well, many of us like to turn to a sweet treat to cool off, especially on super hot days like we saw a couple weeks ago. But like everything else, you may be seeing a bit of a price jump when it comes to those sweet treats. Tom Murray, the owner of B&R Dairy Bar in Gray, says dairy prices have gone up and he's dealing with shortages. He says some weeks they don't have the soft serve mix and some weeks they can't get the mix they use to make their homemade ice cream. He also says the cost of the dishes to put the ice cream in has gone up 200%. He used to pay $30 for a case and now he's paying $160. Murray says they are trying to find the balance between keeping customers happy and still making money. They increased the prices by 10 to 15 cents and they're eating 25 to 30 cents in cost. He says he spent most of the winter stocking up on what he could in anticipation of this situation.
I was really nervous whether the prices were coming down because I was paying so high last year, but last year we ran into shortages of dishes and other products, so I didn't want to get caught in that this year.
Murray says he really doesn't want to increase the prices mid-season, but next year they may have to take a look at doing so. But we have been enjoying some beautiful weather, some ice cream trip-worthy weather, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like people maybe wanted to get out and get themselves a cone this weekend. That's as long as the rain holds off for us.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that quite literally. Let's take a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Friday. Your first weather is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. And okay, temperature-wise today, a bit cool for late May. 60 here in Bangor, also Millinocket. We'll take it, but tomorrow, back up in the 70s. And again, we're going to do 80s on Sunday. Okay, the wind today out of the south around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sustained, right, with a couple gusts near 20. This will continue tonight into tomorrow, so be ready for kind of a breezy day tomorrow as well. Lots of cloud cover out there today as you mix those warmer temperatures and the cooler air aloft. You get that. And there could be a couple thunder showers back in the forecast tomorrow. There is quite a system coming our way for tomorrow afternoon and evening that'll likely bring some severe weather north and west of the Bangor area tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is just increasing clouds late with not so cool temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll have a look at multiple Belfast artists keeping the art form of glass blowing alive.
And the governor accepts a special gift from a NASA astronaut from Caribou. We'll have those stories and more after this.
Come into Jordan's and buy as much as you like. And if the Sox sweep the World Championship, it'll all be free. Plus, get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
I'm sorry I said your guy is a joke. He's not the GOAT, but he's not a joke. Babe?
Cold shoulder, warm things up with a Mitsubishi electric heat pump from Dave's World, the GOAT of heat pump installers.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
And I walked right into US Cellular and I said I want to choose any phone in here for free.
What'd he say?
He said, sure. Really nice guy. I had my pick of any phone from any brand, free, even the newest ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the big screen?
Yeah.
Big storage?
Yeah.
Fits in your pocket?
Fits in my pocket. You know, it's a big phone, and that's what I wanted, and I got what I wanted.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home the Kubota VX Series for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, plus save up to $700.
Walker Zimmerman leads Nashville SC against Atlanta United. Saturday at 7:30 Eastern on Fox.
Your new furniture looks a lot better when it's free. This season, if the Sox sweep the World Championship, it'll all be free. Plus, you still get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the Sox sweep at Jordan's.
Places, everyone. Fox Animation Domination has an unforgettable night of unbelievable finales.
We haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers.
Including a Simpsons musical event.
So it came to pass.
Starring Hugh Jackman.
What a feeling.
See it first, Sunday on Fox.
Belfast has seen many artists come to the area, and one art form that is becoming increasingly popular is glass blowing. Now, earlier today, our Dylan Holloway visited with multiple artisans in that field and has more.
Glass blowing is an art form unlike any other. Lately, the city of Belfast has seen multiple glass-blowing artists take steps to share their passion with others in the community. David Jacobson, co-founder of the Waterfall Arts Glassworks Studio, came to Belfast from Montville to give fellow glass-blowing enthusiasts a place to perfect their craft. He says he and fellow co-founder Carmi Katz here decided to start a studio inside Waterfall Arts, a nonprofit community arts center.
And it's going to be a very small, simple little setup. But as things went, it was just the right time in the right place, and it's grown into what we have here right now.
Jacobson says their studio is made for glassblowers of all skill levels and offers lessons to local high school students as well. Through his work, the longtime glassmith has met a kindred spirit in Belfast newcomer Brian Fruce. Fruce and his wife Stephanie Natalie recently moved to Belfast, where Fruce has begun teaching glassblowing at Jacobson's studio.
We immediately targeted Belfast as a community that is broadcasting its interest in making the arts and cultures part of its DNA.
The couple will soon open their own space in Mainley Gallery and Studio. Fruce says there is a form of glassblowing for everyone, from the teamwork-oriented, heavy-duty style at Waterfall Arts that features a 2100-degree oven.
It's very much a art sport, right? We've got teams of people working together, community building, but you have to know your spot, you know your role, you know the moves you're going to make.
To the lighter torch work at Mainley Gallery and Studio, which features a tabletop torch and smaller rods of glass.
making very detail-oriented, small-scale objects. Things like beads and pendants and jewelry objects.
For more information on Waterfall Arts, go to waterfallarts.org. More information on Mainly Gallery can be found at mainlygallery.com. Mainly Gallery is having its grand opening May 27th. Reporting from Belfast, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Great work there, Dylan. Would you consider going out with someone solely based on their idea of a great date? Well, UMaine graduate has created an app that promotes that idea. Andrew Howes created the Cardinal dating app that helps match users based on the type of activities they enjoy. The concept is a non-traditional approach to online dating by focusing first on a common interest before forming a physical attraction. Howes says he was inspired by his own dating experiences.
In the past, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself and how great it feels to be with someone who just clicks with you. I think that most people struggle with that, so I'm really passionate about Cardinal and hope that my hard work will at least help at least one person find their person.
Local business owners that think their business is the perfect setting for a date are also asked to visit cardinaldating.com.
Nice work there for him, and nice work with Dylan as well.
Absolutely.
All right, well, influenza cases are typically low during this time of year. However, case numbers are skyrocketing. That's according to the Maine CDC. Dr. Nirav Shah of the Maine CDC says there were over 700 positive lab cases of the flu in Maine last week, making it the highest since March of 2020. Shah says there's been only 215 flu cases in the 2020-2021 season. But he says 1,210 tests were performed this season, marking it as the greatest number of flu tests. Now, Shaw says 17 people were hospitalized for influenza last week. However, in 2020, only one hospitalization was reported. A Northern Light family physician urges folks to take extra precautionary measures to prevent the transmission of the flu.
Unfortunately, the influenza vaccine or the COVID-19 vaccine, they're not going to prevent you from coming into contact with the virus. Other things can, social distancing, staying 6 feet away, washing your hands frequently, using sanitizer, using N95 masks can certainly do it, or other respirators.
O'Connell says prescription antiviral drugs can be used to treat the illness and reduce the risk of serious flu complications.
Well, earlier today, the governor accepted a special gift from NASA astronaut and Caribou native Jessica Meyer. Our AJ Douglas was there and has the story.
In 2019, NASA astronaut Jessica Meyer lived out her wildest dreams by traveling to space for the first time. She made sure to bring a piece of home along the way, ensuring the Maine state flag was flown on the International Space Station. Meyer says she's always gravitated towards an adventure.
I think my mom, I know growing up, was always used to me wanting to do different things, like learning how to skydive, learning how to be a private pilot even before this job. So I guess you can say that I've been attracted to those kind of things, those very dynamic, fast-paced things.
Most of all, she wants to share those larger-than-life experiences with other Mainers, which is why the flag will be on display at the Maine State Museum for all to see.
It's not just me and my mission. This is a NASA mission. It's taxpayer money, and it's really for all of the people that helped us get where we are. And not only that, really for all of humanity. When we have the privilege of being in space and looking down at the state of Maine from above, and really of the entire planet, it is absolutely life-changing.
Meyer also noted feelings of gratitude for all the women that came before her in hopes for more diversity and inclusion in the future.
My hope is that for all of these girls in the future, that they don't even have to talk about it anymore, because it's just normal. For everybody, whether they're women, whether they're men, whatever they look like, whatever their skin color, whoever they are, we're all just part of one team.
The governor proudly accepted the flag on behalf of the people of Maine. Governor Mills says Meyer, a Caribou native, shows all Mainers sky's the limit no matter how small the hometown. In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC7, Fox 22.
And she has just such an incredible and inspirational story.
Yeah. Yeah. And, Caribou is a small area, and I think there's, a misconception that, the they all come from larger areas. It just goes
Right.
to show, like AJ said, it doesn't matter the demographic.
Yeah.
Heroes come from everywhere.
Absolutely.
And she's definitely a hero.
That's a really great message to send there.
Yep.
All right, well, coming up next on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, a new and very personal look tonight at the horrors experienced by civilians in one of Russia's most targeted cities in Ukraine.
And a federal judge rules COVID-19 asylum restrictions must continue on the southern border, blocking the Biden administration's plan to end them. Those stories and more when we come back.
You've probably seen those ads on TV with the out-of-state 800 number that look like information from Medicare. Some even suggest that your zip code will get you more benefits or even money back. You guessed it, those ads are misleading. So don't call that out-of-state 800 number when your help is right here at home. Do what I did and call the Senior Planning Center. They have trusted professionals all over Maine.
Call the Senior Planning Center at 223-6565. That's 223-6565.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you can have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Let's do it. Monday on Fox, Niecy Nash hosts a new music game show. You are killing it! Where contestants have to know all the lyrics or it's... Bye, bye, bye. All the right words have to go.
In all the right places.
It's the exact show viewers want now.
Oh, then never.
And with $1 million on the line...
Feels like I'm going to lose my mind.
Girl, you don't know how many days I felt like that.
Don't forget the lyrics, Monday on Fox.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
And very personal look at the horrors experienced by civilians in one of Russia's most targeted cities in Ukraine. Fox's Trey Yingst is in Kharkiv with shocking stories from citizens returning to their homes after a Russian withdrawal. And we need to warn you, some of the images in his report may be disturbing.
10 miles from the front lines, Ukrainian soldiers clear the aftermath of battles with the Russians. This area was liberated earlier this month after weeks of intense fighting.
The situation, of course, is very sad. It's a genocide of the Ukrainian people.
At a nearby school, the body of a Russian soldier lays face up in the grass. Inside, empty ammunition boxes fill the gymnasium. Russian forces used this school as a headquarters in their initial attack on Kharkiv. They've been pushed back about 10 miles from here, but the front lines remain active as Ukraine's second largest city is under attack.
The armed forces of Ukraine continue advancing to liberate the Kharkiv region. But in Donbass, the occupiers are trying to exert even more pressure. It is a hell there, and it is not an exaggeration.
President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke about the Russian offensive in eastern Ukraine, where at least 12 civilians were killed today in shelling that occurred in the central Donbass region. Further south in Mariupol, Ukrainian commanders remain holed up in the besieged Azovstal steel plant, as new video shows Ukrainian soldiers arriving at a Russian-controlled settlement near the city of Donetsk. The Russians claim these are some of up to 2,000 Ukrainian soldiers who surrendered at the Mariupol steel plant so far. The Russian Defense Ministry says tonight that all Ukrainian fighters have surrendered at that steel plant in the southern city of Mariupol. And here in Kharkiv, more incoming artillery tonight as Russia keeps this city in its sights. In Kharkiv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
Meanwhile, a federal judge has blocked the Biden administration from ending Title 42, a public health measure aimed at stopping the flow of migrants arriving at the southern border due to fears of coronavirus. Fox's Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
A federal judge has blocked the CDC from ending Title 42, the pandemic policy that immediately deports migrants at the southern border without a chance to seek asylum.
I think everyone's probably breathing a sigh of relief, because what we know is that Title 42 is really the only thing that's keeping that border in any kind of check, right?
The Trump administration put the policy in place in March of 2020 on the grounds of preventing the spread of COVID. President Biden was set to lift the restriction on Monday, but 24 states challenged him in court. Friday night, a judge in Louisiana ruled the policy will stay in place while litigation continues. Border Patrol agents apprehended more than 234,000 migrants at the southern border last month, the most ever recorded.
And you ask any Border Patrol agent, they will tell you they need a resounding policy to stop the flow of illegals coming across the border.
The White House said in a statement it would follow the judge's ruling, but added the authority to set public health policy nationally should rest with the Centers for Disease Control, not with a single district court. The Congressional Hispanic Caucus called the ruling outrageous.
Utilizing this very mean-spirited policy to turn away women and children that are seeking help from our country is absolutely inhumane and wrong.
Department of Justice officials plan to appeal the ruling. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Sweden and Finland have officially submitted their bids to join NATO. One NATO member could prevent the expansion, though. Fox's Alex Hogan has more.
The possible expansion of NATO facing a major hurdle. Turkey plans to reject bids from Sweden and Finland to join the world's largest military alliance. President Erdogan made the announcement Thursday and accused the two countries of harboring Kurdish terrorists.
We will not support a terror organization to become a NATO member, as we are aware of NATO's sensitivities related to terror.
Despite the pushback, Erdogan says he's engaging in diplomatic talks with foreign leaders over the bids. In order to expand the alliance, all 30 nations must agree. Stockholm and Helsinki have already received support from the U.S. following a meeting with President Biden this week.
They have the full, total, complete backing of the United States of America.
NATO's Secretary General maintains Turkey is an important ally and promised to discuss the country's concerns.
I'm confident that we will come to a quick decision to welcome both Sweden and Finland to join the NATO family.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine drove Sweden and Finland, both historically militarily non-aligned countries, to apply for NATO membership. If their bids are approved, the move would draw NATO right up to Russia's border. In response, Russian defense officials say that they are increasing their presence in the Western Military District.
Under these conditions, we are actively improving the combat composition of the troops.
Turkey's president says he will speak with leaders from the UK and Finland on Saturday. In London, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
Following a string of confirmed cases across Europe and the UK, the U.S. has its first confirmed case of monkeypox, a second potential case now under investigation. Fox's Anna Eliopoulos has details.
Health officials in New York City investigating a potential case of monkeypox, just days after Massachusetts officials confirmed the first case in the U.S. this year. The male patient, currently admitted at Massachusetts General Hospital, is said to be in stable condition.
We don't know how the patient acquired this infection, and that's why we're working closely with public health authorities.
Monkeypox is typically found in West and Central Africa, but recent cases, without any known ties to Africa, have been popping up across Europe. There have been 7 confirmed cases in the UK alone in the last month. Health officials say the patient in the US had only recently traveled to Canada, where there are no known clusters.
A number of people in different places have all seemed to come down with it at the same time.
And for some of them, there's not an obvious link as to where they got it from.
Symptoms of monkeypox are flu-like and include fever, chills, and swelling of the lymph nodes, progressing to rash and lesions on the face and body. Most infections last 2 to 4 weeks. Infectious disease professionals say monkeypox is rare and it's not a virus that spreads easily. Transmission can occur through bodily fluids, respiratory droplets, and sexual contact.
We have decades of evidence studying this virus, looking at outbreaks. We have multiple vaccines for it. We have some medications that appear to work against pox viruses.
In New York, Anna Eliopoulos, Fox News.
Health officials in New York have sent tests from their potential case to the CDC, which will have to confirm the diagnosis. Now, there's no word on whether the patient had any recent travel history.
Well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll have a look at today's celebration of National Bike to Work Day.
And in sports, MDI and Bowdoin grad Megan Phelps reflects on her full circle journey back to Brunswick. We'll be right back.
The playmaking duo of DeAndre Johnson and Luis Perez lead the New Jersey Generals against the Houston Gamblers. The USFL, Sunday at 4 Eastern on Fox.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
Who can you call when you need immediate help, any time of day or night? Always giving you and your family peace of mind.
AAA's legendary roadside assistance is a network with over 50,000 vehicles that respond to more than 32 million assistance calls every year.
If something happens and we're broken down, my family's not going to be stranded.
There are so many benefits to membership, and AAA is there if you're locked out of your car, need a tow, run out of gas, have a flat tire, or a dead battery.
You know, if you have one flat tire or one battery service, that membership fee pays for itself.
Wherever you go, wherever you are, you can trust AAA to be there when you need them.
Join today and a full year of AAA membership is just $53. We'll waive the membership admission fee, and as a special bonus, you'll receive a 1-year membership for an eligible family member. Don't wait another second. Call to join AAA right now.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Everybody. Well, it was Bike to Work Day today in Portland, up here and around the world, and the Bicycle Coalition of Maine teamed up with some businesses to celebrate the more sustainable way to get to work. Megan Wilgoose shows us the hidden message behind this fun day.
5 pedestrians and 1 cyclist have died on Maine's roads so far this year, according to the Bicycle Coalition of Maine.
It's been so terrifying to see those numbers grow, so we're very concerned. So we want to raise awareness wherever we can.
Bicycle Coalition of Maine teamed up with local businesses in Congress Square Park to spread awareness about Bike to Work Day with free food, music, and giveaways.
We hope that a lot of people stop by on their bike commute and just kind of celebrate biking with us.
And event goers can enter to win this bike. But Ride to Work Day is not all about free giveaways. It's to spread awareness on bike safety as well.
Motorists need to give cyclists 3 feet when passing, and just be on the lookout. Just always expect to see a cyclist because there might be one behind you at any time.
And one small thing drivers can do is just, if you're getting out of your car, look over your left shoulder, just in the bike lane or down the road.
And it's not only up to drivers to ensure the safety of bicyclists. Bicyclists are encouraged to dress tight and bright while following the rules of the road.
We've got some fun neon slap bracelets. We've got some bike bells. And we're happy to talk to anyone about ways to be more visible on your commute.
Portland Bike Party attended the event. They're a group that goes out once a month for a ride through the city. Member Emma Scudder says building physical barriers between the bike and car lane could help ensure everyone's safety.
No car wants to hit somebody, that would be the worst thing. And so making it so it's harder for that to happen in the first place.
Meanwhile, one police department in Florida is taking a different approach to mental health calls, bringing with them a furry friend to help break the ice and make the victim feel less nervous. Fox's Brianna Arredondo has more on that.
Canine Mango lives up to his name.
What you got? What you got?
He's very sweet.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get it.
He's a trained therapy dog, working with the behavioral health intervention team at the Pasco County Sheriff's Office.
He's a rescue. So we got him from Brevard County.
His handler, Detective Rich Ortiz, tells us he first met Mango 2.5 years ago.
When he came out, he was so chill. His demeanor is perfect for what I need him for.
Normally when you see a canine, they're not the type that you can pet, but when Canine Mango is working, all the pets are encouraged. Up top. Good boy, Mango. Good boy.
The kind of calls I go out to, that we both go out to, we go to people in crisis.
As soon as the door opens at a call, this is the face residents see. Ortiz shares what it was like before Mango showed up.
If I go, kid it up, it takes them maybe 1 or 2 visits before they know, okay, this guy's not going to take me to jail, this guy's not going to bake rack me, he's actually here to help. I go there with Mango, we break the ice in 10 minutes. So he helps out tremendously.
Since 2019, detectives responded to more than 16,000 calls for service. 86% of them were primarily mental health related.
We started off with 2 dogs. We're up to 4 now.
The sheriff's office says their presence helps. Involuntary exams are now down 4%.
They'll talk to Mango and kind of give me the information they need, let me know what they're going through, and then that way I can see how I can help them. Don't embarrass Daddy.
Mango's personality brings others joy.
Yeah, up top, baby. He does a couple lame tricks. It's hilarious. And now we're talking about something else. One more? One more?
So he and Detective Ortiz can help someone through a crisis one day at a time.
Certainly brings a smile to our faces, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is a good dog right there.
Indeed.
All right, well, Jeff Weller's in next with our full 5-day forecast. Stay tuned for that.
High temperatures, there's 60 today, are temporary, 70s tomorrow, and 80s by Sunday with some more thunder showers. Those details when I come back.
Some hesitate when faced with a decision, but not you. Introducing the 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday, all-day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with french fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with french fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Many of the area golfers keep returning to the Pine Hill Golf Course, offering one of the area's best greens, well-manicured practice greens, and spacious driving range to improve your game. Bring your family to Pine Hill Golf Course to play a challenging yet relaxing round of golf at an affordable rate. Our clubhouse is a great place to eat, drink, and learn. Don't miss your shot to play an affordable round of golf at Pine Hill Golf Course, open to the public and members. Pine Hill Golf Course, just off the Brewer Lake Road.
Presenting Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable, available all-wheel drive SUVs, backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Get 1.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2022 Sorento.
How fun is this? Oh my goodness! Absolute madness!
Major League Baseball returns May 28th on Fox.
Go, your full weather is brought to you by Varney for the nice car and truck people. And all right, so for today, we had lots of cloud cover out there, some sunshine as well. The clouds will actually be increasing tonight, and we have another weather system on the way for tomorrow and also for Sunday as temperatures warm into the 70s tomorrow and possibly 80s, low 80s on Sunday afternoon. But here it comes now. There's quite a system over here that's going to make a beeline for us beginning tomorrow evening, and there'll likely be some strong, if not severe, storms with those, especially north and west of the Bangor area tomorrow evening. So here we go. This is the forecast for potential for some severe weather. All of us are in play tomorrow, but the highest chance will be north and west of the Bangor area around sunset tomorrow evening, and any of these storms could contain some gusty winds, also some small to large hail, and probably some frequent lightning in there as well. So be careful if you're out tomorrow. Timing not good being a weekend with those temperatures hanging out in the 70s tomorrow. So the rainfall looks like this. So not a widespread soaking rainfall at all, but if you get under a thunderstorm tomorrow, you could easily get a quick ½ to an inch of rainfall very quickly, leading to localized flooding across parts of the area. And then some more thunder showers get in here later on Saturday into Sunday. So overall, kind of a wet pattern setting up here this weekend with scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Those storms could be strong to severe north and west of the Bangor area tomorrow evening. So let's walk you through it. So for tonight, we'll have increasing clouds. Tomorrow morning, there could be a couple pockets of drizzle in here. It will not be a big deal. The main event, though, arrives tomorrow night. Here comes that cold front right there. And I know it doesn't look like much, but it's going to kind of fall apart as it shifts to the east tomorrow evening. So overall, the best chance for severe weather tomorrow will be later in the day, north and west of the Bangor area. There could be some gusty winds and that large hail. And then overall on Saturday nights and Sunday, same story. A couple of thunder showers in here on Sunday. Any of those could also be locally strong through the afternoon. Temperature-wise today, though, we're hanging out near 60. That's slightly below our average temperature this time of year. We're going to work on that, though, as that south wind has kicked in. We've had wind gusts near 20 miles per hour, keeping it a bit cooler along the ocean, of course, today. But overall, for tomorrow, high temperatures back up near 70 and then 80s on Sunday. Also out there today, allergies. Tree pollen off the charts right now. Grass pollen is not too far behind. This will get worse before it gets better across our neck of the woods this weekend into next weekend as well. Our forecast tonight, though, is a couple of sprinkles out there. Some dense fog can't be ruled out. Look for not so low temperatures down near 51. For tomorrow, scattered showers and storms out there. Again, the coverage on these around 30 to 40%, not an all-day rain. I wouldn't cancel your plans. Just keep an eye in the sky tomorrow with high temperatures near 73 during the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast by Varney Ford shows those storms out there tomorrow. We should stay dry on Sunday. There could be a couple of showers around Sunday. And then look at mostly cloudy on Monday, 72, and a bit colder getting into Tuesday and Wednesday with high temperatures back in the 60s. Beth?
So maybe Saturday's the day that you do a little vegging with the thunderstorms, but there is a whole lot of sunshine in that 5-day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Loving
yes,
it.
we really like to see that and those warmer temperatures too.
Absolutely. All right, well, sports coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
The FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale is in full bloom with fresh savings on fabric and leather reclining and stationary furniture, tables, beds, desks, dressers, and more. Furniture that comforts, furniture that endures, all with a blue steel spring at its core. FlexSteel, designed for living, built for life. Save big today during FlexSteel Spring Semi-Annual Sale.
Dorsey Furniture, open 7 days a week, Route 1A Holden.
Hey, everyone, listen up. It's time to take back the summer.
With Fox. It's time to sing along.
With your new summer playlist.
Time to bring the heat.
And dance. Into the summer night.
Fox is all new. Old.
Summer long.
What's the first thing you want to do when you take a bite of that? Take a second.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Plus, kids 7 and under can enjoy the inflatable bounce house at Galaxy Jump.
Lego Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds. Vote!
Lego Masters premieres May 31st on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, earlier this week, we told you about Megan Phelps and her return to Bowdoin as head coach of women's basketball. But her road all the way back to Brunswick isn't just a new job. It's a full-circle journey that began down in Southwest Harbor. Tyler Cruz has more.
If anyone is more excited than me about coming back to Bowdoin, it's my mom. She's like so stoked.
Once MDI native Megan Phelps saw that Bowdoin women's basketball was looking for a head coach, she knew her time had come.
When the opening came up, it was an immediate, I have to go for this.
Phelps was a standout player at Bowdoin under Adrian Scheibels before joining her on the sidelines. And now it's her turn.
I had been thinking pretty seriously about, trying to move into a head coaching role, and when it's your alma mater and the program and school that Bowdoin is, it's impossible to pass up.
A 1,000-point scorer at MDI, Phelps comes from athletic royalty on the island, where her late father, Scott Phelps, served as a community sports director.
That was my forced family fun. Like every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1:30, we were in the gym at our elementary school.
There, his impact on youth sports stretched from Tremont to Bar Harbor and beyond.
And I feel like for me, that was a huge part of the reason that I got into this profession, was just the sheer number of people who he impacted as a community sports director in Southwest Harbor made. It's pretty special.
Now, Phelps didn't always want to go into coaching, but that was before she met Coach Adrian Scheibels.
Playing for Adrian, she's just the kind of person who empowers her players in such a way that being a coach kind of seems like a natural next step.
Scheibels took the Polar Bears to 11 NCAA tournaments, and then took over the reins at Dartmouth this past year, bringing Phelps with her. And Megan says that experience was huge for her coaching career.
I think way more powerful for my development was just being able to watch one of the best coaches in the country take over a program.
And now, looking ahead to her first year as a head coach at just 29 years old, Phelps' goal is to just keep learning.
It's really important to be a lifelong learner. Like, to be really successful as a head coach, you can't decide you're going to be one way and stay that way forever.
I'm Tyler Cruz reporting with ABC7 Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Great story, and best of luck to Megan, and if I do say so myself, go you Bears. All right, over to the local Division III team now, and to the baseball diamond we go. NCAA regional time for Husson facing nationally ranked Arcadia in the first game down in Pennsylvania. Eagles in a dogfight early on, down by 2 here. Ryan Smolin adds one more here with an RBI single off Cam Graham, a 5-2 Knights lead. Husson battled back in the 6th, though, here. Tyler Park with a deep shot to left center. That one finds some green. 2 runs come around to score to tie things at 5. But Arcadia, their bats had the answer all game long. Here in the bottom of the sixth, it's Zach Sikelik with a flare into right. Another run crosses the plate as Arcadia takes this one. A final score of 10-5. Eagles fall to the losers bracket, and they will face Elizabethtown at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. All right, to high school we go now, and a great matchup at Mansfield Stadium. Bangor facing Oxford Hills for sole possession of first place in Class A North. Both teams sitting at 10-1 on the year entering the day. Top of the third, Rams up 2-0. Colton Trish, how about this? Had it going all day. First on the mound, mowing down the Vikings one after the other. And then at the plate, too, in the fourth here, Trish delivers an RBI single into center field. Luke Misbrenner comes around to score. Later in the inning, though, Ryan Howard adds to it, puts it in play. Vikings looking to spin it, but the throw here goes wild, almost hits me with the camera. Keegan Sear and Colton Trish score to make it a 5-0 game. And then back on the mound, Trish K's up Matt Doucette to end the fifth. He had 12 in the complete game win, 7-1. Was the final. Now, it's been a little while since we checked in with the Red Sox, and the Celtics, they're off, of course. The Red Sox are starting to show some life, particularly Trevor Story. So no better time than the present to check in at Fenway. Story with 3 home runs yesterday picks up right where he left off. Grand slam in the third. Johnny Gomes caught that one. Now 6 on the season. Fast forward to the 8th. This is all you have to see here. Things got a little tense. But how about Jackie Bradley Jr. off the bench, 2 outs, and he takes it deep to left over the monster as well. Red Sox with their first 3-game win streak of the season, 7-3 was the final. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Shop Jordan's Furniture now, and it could all be free. Visit Jordans.com.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If a big truck hurts you, we'll make them pay you every single dollar you deserve for your injuries. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the twos. Call 222-2222.
When buying a used vehicle, the last thing you want is to end up here in a few months. At Down East Toyota, we get that. When you buy a Toyota certified used vehicle, you get peace of mind knowing that your vehicle has gone through a rigorous inspection. You also get comprehensive and powertrain warranties, a Carfax history report, and 7 years of roadside assistance. Plus, qualified buyers get low new car financing rates. As much as we'd like to keep these folks busy, we'd rather not see you back here right away. All roads lead to Down East for Toyota certified used vehicles on Wilson Street in Brewer.
On his way, slides in safe.
Taylor, did you know you can come into Jordan's and buy as much as you like, a whole house or one chair? And if the Red Sox sweep the World Championship this season, it'll all be yours for free. That's right, free. Now, you might not think it can happen, but you know, they did it in 04 and in 07. They could really do it again and get up to 60 months no interest. You don't care, do you? You just want a cookie. Experience the fun at Jordan's.
Fast Freddy does everything fast, including playing Maine Lottery's new Fast Play game, Cash Blast Progressive. Jackpots keep growing until someone wins. He can choose a $2, $5, or $10 ticket. Freddy could win up to 100% of the jackpot. Play Cash Blast Progressive today.
Hey, you're Fast Freddy. You probably want to play Maine Lottery's newest Fast Play games. There's Word Search, where you could win up to $15,000. And 3 to Win has a progressive jackpot.
I'll take them. Love your express checkout line. Goodbye.
Fox Monday. The Beat is back with an all-new season.
Hit it.
Who can it be now?
More music.
You never know what song we're going to play.
More money.
You never know who's going to win. Oh, money.
More to love.
I got mine on you.
Beat Shazam season premiere this Monday on Fox.
Oh my goodness.
Natasha Bedingfield releases a new version of one of her hit songs. Margot Robbie lines up her next gig and more. Fox's Kristen Goodwin has the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
I asked to be forgiven.
Barry keeps his day job. Robbie books her next gig, and Bedingfield shares in the Hollywood Nation. Natasha Bedingfield has dropped a special treat for her fans before hitting the road to host and perform on the Masked Singer National Tour, kicking off May 28th. The Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter released a new acoustic version of her classic hit, Unwritten.
As much as my song has been played, and as many times that I've played it live, I never actually recorded in a studio like a proper version, Natasha's version. So I'm excited.
A new Ocean's 11 film is in the works with Margot Robbie. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the actress will star and produce in a new installment of the heist franchise, which is still in early development. It will be an original movie set in Europe in the 1960s.
I need a purpose.
And HBO is keeping their popular hitman a little longer. The network has renewed its Emmy-winning dark comedy series Barry for a 4th season. Bill Hader plays a contract killer turned actor, desperately trying to leave his violent past behind to pursue his passion in acting. The season 3 finale airs June 12th.
You look good. So do you.
Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
A new study says cranberries can actually benefit your health. Scientists in Great Britain say consuming just a small amount of cranberries a day cannot just improve your memory, they can help your brain to fight off dementia. The study involved people ages 50 to 80 who consumed an equivalent of 100 grams of cranberries a day. Those people showed improvements in remembering, they had more blood flow to the brain, and also showed improved cholesterol. The study is in Frontiers of Nutrition.
Well, finally, talking about flying the friendly skies, a baby was born on board a flight, according to Frontier Airlines, who announced on social media on Wednesday that a passenger headed to Florida on a flight went into labor and gave birth while in the air. So cute. Thanks to the help of flight attendant Diana Giraldo. Frontier Captain Chris Nye made arrangements for the flight to be diverted from Orlando to Pensacola. Giraldo was hailed as exemplary and calm. Nye said the co-pilot and dispatch also pitched in to make for a smooth delivery, and I'm betting a smooth landing as well.
Alrighty, and lastly tonight, well, here's a new option for those looking to pop the question. Snack brand Angie's Boom Chicka Pop releasing their popcorn cut diamond in a collaboration with jewelry designer Stephanie Gottlieb. It's being called the first ever popcorn cut diamond ring. The 11-carat eye-popping stone is cut down to 3.66 carats and polished before being set in a yellow-gold bezel and band. The rings can be custom ordered at stephaniegottlieb.com. Price is starting at $50,000, so not too bad there.
It's a tidy sum for a ring.
I'd say so. Oh, man. All right, well, that's all we got for you for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away.
I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep fighting to prove my innocence.
And you know, other than his grandmother, Brandon's family remains divided on his guilt or innocence.
And so to keep the peace, they have decided to agree to disagree. That's our program for tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Amy Robach.
And I'm David Muir from all of us here at 2020 and ABC News. Good night.
This is a story I wish I never had to tell. It haunts me every day. As a Girl Scout, I loved going to camp. I never once thought anything bad could happen, but I came to learn what murder was.
3 Girl Scouts were discovered today.
This case is mystery upon mystery.
Was the real killer still out there?
Every day was a struggle. The first thing I'd open my eyes in the morning, it was just another day she wasn't there.
The person who did this to those children should be punished.
When I think of those 3 girls, I wonder what's the best way to honor them. That's why I've come back home, to find answers. Once and for all.
Sunday, it's Idol star-studded grand finale. Hunter Girl, Noah, Leah. Who will be the next American Idol?
You are a superstar.
The grand finale live, coast to coast, ABC Sunday.
This is ABC 7 News at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.